All right, I just want to start off and say, it was a great win for us, and it felt a little bit like deja vu, the first couple minutes there, the way the game started off. But for us to show, just thought we showed poise, which you have to show against these guys, and then a lot of toughness. And, the story of the game for me was, against them, you have 5 turnovers against their pressure all game. Tyrese, Jeremy, and Jared, they did a terrific job handling their pressure. But then they only scored 4 fast break points, which is important. And then our bench, the job that obviously Sean, but TJ and Ryan in that first half, Ryan had 4 offensive rebounds. TJ had some big time plays. He actually had the 1 pass to Sean, and TJ did without even making shots, which I know he's going to do. And then Sean throughout. The thing Sean did, he just competed, man. He just, Burns is a handful, obviously, but we took away their threes, so it's kind of, sometimes it can hurt you where you're giving up both. You're giving up him and giving up threes, and our thing was just try and make him work for everything. And we did that, but Sean, TJ, and Ryan, really proud of those guys with what they did, and it was a big win for us.
John, how do you describe what you guys were able to do on the road this season, particularly tonight, given what happened last year?
Yeah, it's you know what? It's a lot of growth, a lot of tough. You have to be tough to win on the road. And, we lose our first 2 road games. I don't know exactly what our record is since then, but I know it's really good. And I know it's really good at the end of last year as well. But, this group, when you got to go through some stuff, and we have, and I didn't even bring up last year to this team. I don't think I had to. I think they knew. Maybe I after the first 2 minutes, I thought maybe I should have because that was on me the way the game started. But they're tough, and for the bench, the development of our bench too, from just providing toughness, they were just really, really good.
John, what was that first time out like to try to settle things down and how you guys responded?
They responded great. I think everything I said they all knew and felt and could see themselves. It was just you have to calm down, on offense. You can't play the way that they want to play. You have to play how we want to play, which is, being tough, getting stops on defense, and then obviously we want to push. But you're not just going to be able to come down after 1 pass or no pass and score on them. You have to make them work and break them down. And Tyrese's basket, it was the first basket of the game, was really important. Just we had a hard time scoring. So just to settle us down, that was huge. And then to Steve to go through the first half and play the whole half without flip, and you end up having the lead. You hope that doesn't happen, but it did. And that was a lot of growth by our team tonight.
John, the past 3 games with Sean, has that been more a product of more playing time and confidence with Caleb out and he's gotten that? Or is there something that's happened in practice that kind of led you to believe he's ready for a break?
Well, it's they both go hand in hand, right? And all the time in practice, the thing that nobody else gets to see is practice. And his work has been consistent the whole time. There's 2 things. One, we have 2 really good players in Flip and in Mark who are established. So the window to play it's there, but it's going to be, those guys are going to play as well. And the job that Sean has done, just adjusting to the college game, it just is an adjustment sometimes. I think Derek went through it last year. Sean has gone through it this year. And he's just gotten better and better. And naturally, as a freshman, the more you play, the more confidence you can get. And, we felt really about halfway through the year, even earlier, you can see Sean provides something that we don't have. He's our best athlete. His versatility on defense, his touch around the basket, he's a lob threat. And his skill is going to continue to get better and better. So you're trying to find ways to get him out there. But, today it's pretty simple. We're better when he's out there, and he just did a terrific job. He competed at the highest level. And that's something, sometimes as a freshman you're adjusting to and all that. But he's helped us in a lot more games than just this one, but obviously tonight, the amount of minutes he played, hit his free throws, he was great. I'm really proud of him.
Jared's points seem to come in bunches. Do you ever get an inkling when he's about to start hitting, or is it just something that happens and then he's good for the next 4 or 5?
I think with Jared, he missed wide open ones in the first half, and you just believe that sometime they're going to go in, and you tell him to keep going. And for a freshman to he doesn't let missed shots affect the way that he is. His demeanor, the look on his face, how hard he plays. You just feel it's going to happen, and so you keep trying to find him windows. And fortunately, we could in the second half, and obviously he can break loose in transition. And that wing three he had to go up 10 was one of the biggest shots of the game, just to gain separation. But when Jared McCain shoots, I believe it's going in. Doesn't matter what he shot so far in the game.
Bit of a two-part question for you. One, can you talk about the scout on DJ Burns going into the game, and then also what you saw different on who's guarding him, whether that be Flip or Ryan or Sean?
Well, I think this is his high this season. I mean, I'm not positive on that, but he hasn't scored, as much. I know he's averaging 10 points a game, and he can score. He can really score. Obviously, he had 27 on us. He can really pass, though. He can really pass. He's second on the team in assists the last 4 games. And when he passes, half his assists are for threes. And so, he's the double scared us. So you're trying to make sure you want to keep flipping the game. Naturally, you're worried about foul trouble with him. And he can go. It's not just his left hand. He can spin off it. He can go both ways. But I thought once Flip got 2 fouls, Ryan and Sean just battled him, made him work for everything. And he has 27, but he took 19 shots. And in the meantime, Horn, we did a really good job on him. You're not going to take away everything. So for us, it's battle him, make him work, and take away the threes.
Jeremy had a couple key buckets there. It seemed like it was, NC State got it to 7, got it to 8. He had a couple threes. How much trust do you have in him in those kind of situations?
Jeremy and I, we've been in a lot of these games now at this point, even when I was an assistant coach. And so I know what he's made of. I know how he's wired. He's going to find a way. And he's got a knack for putting the ball in the basket, too. And, he had 21 without even shooting that great. And so you just know Jeremy's going to make plays, and I have full confidence in him.
Coach, Duke had 21 more threes attempted than State and shot 30% from threes tonight. This mostly had to do with State's game plan to attack the basket and your defense limiting their threes. What does today's win say about this Duke team's ability to find different ways to win and score in different ways?
Well, I think I told the team after the game it was great to win without shooting that well. We hit shots late, but in the first half, I'll have to go back and see. I thought we missed really good open shots. And, we had 14 offensive rebounds. We just kept battling, kept finding a way. And it's March, right? So in March, you have to find a way to win ugly sometimes. You have to find a way to win when you're not at your best. And that's what we did tonight. So I think it says a lot about our toughness, our growth. And, you have to keep getting better, though. You can't be satisfied with this. You got to move on, figure out how you can get better, which we can. I promise. We can get a lot better still. And get refocused for our last home game.
Mark, only played a couple minutes in that second half. Is that more a product of Sean just playing really well, or is there something else going on?
Well, there's both. Look, Mark didn't have his best night, obviously, and Mark's been a key guy for us throughout. He did rebound tonight, though. But Sean, sometimes you just you find a group that's getting separation, and you got to go with that. And so, Mark, obviously, I have all the confidence in the world in him. And that's why you have a team. You don't just have 5 guys. And Sean stepped up. They played some together. And that was really just a product of us gaining separation and going from there. All right, thank you.